Hey, y'all, hey, y'all, hey. So let's talk about five things that you get out of attending events, conferences, summits, and all that. I want to talk about five things because we are in the season of events, quite honestly. So I know that October has traditionally been a season where people host a lot of events. Why? Because we're coming to the end of the year. And so they're just events like stacking up. And you might have a lot of options for events, conferences, and summits to attend. And so I want to share five things that you get out of attending events and conferences and summits. And I am coloring this conversation, and this conversation is geared towards certainly entrepreneurs and business owners. There are others of you, though, if you attend events on a regular basis or you are thinking about adding that, that you can gain from this conversation as well. And so I also come to the table with the lens of an event host. So I am in my ninth year of hosting my conference. It started off as what we call the pop-up conference, and then it is now transitioned to the Platform Builder Summit. And so I just want to say I bring that kind of like lens to this conversation. So let's jump right on in to five things that you get out of attending events, conferences, summits. And I'm going to preface this by saying in person opportunities. However, there are certainly virtual opportunities that, lend to some of this. So, the first thing that you're going to get out of attending, in particular, in person conferences, events, and summits, is the networking opportunities. And so, they say the saying is, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And a lot of times when you're attending conferences, summits, they're going to provide this opportunity, in particular for women entrepreneurs, to network with other like-minded women, like-minded people. Who is that? Those that are going in the same direction that you're going in. I think we take for granted sometimes that everyone has, like this huge support network behind them, or this huge, like umbrella of support, or that, all entrepreneurs have this, this tribe, if you will, that they're connected to. And that is not always the case. And so the networking opportunities that make themselves and show up in in-person events, like, it's golden. It is like crystals. It's like diamonds, right? And so that's one thing that you are always thinking about as well when you're even selecting what type of events to attend, is the lens of, who is it that I want to network with, and what type of networking opportunities am I going to get to have. And that comes with you sitting, next to someone, and them sharing their experiences, and you sharing your experiences, and y'all building connections. And guess what? This works, and this applies if you are a introvert or not. So I know some of the introverts, they're like, when you say events and conferences, introverts are like, that ain't, I don't want to do all of that, none of that. However, the great thing about networking is often that it can be one-on-one. So it doesn't mean that you attend a conference and that you have to meet every single person there. Some key connections, some key networking opportunities for you can be golden. So that's the first thing that you get out of attending events, conferences, and summits. The second thing that you get is related to learning opportunities, right? So we are all lifelong learners. Well, in particular, if you own a business, even if you're doing your business on the side and you work in corporate America, we are always learning. And so events often feature speakers, panelists, panel discussions, workshops, main stage, speakers and discussions from a range of topics, in particular, business events that are related to entrepreneurs that, quite honestly, we can't keep up with every single thing that's going on. But when you attend a conference or attend a summit, then you get to hear from speakers who are keeping up with the latest in their particular genre. And so, when I think about the Platform Builder Summit that we have, like I can just run down. Let me just tell you some of the topics, just to give you an example. As we talk about this second comment, and I see the hearts popping up. Thank you, there. The second component, as we talk about 5 things that you get out of attending events. Number 1 was networking opportunities. Number 2, which is what we are on, is learning opportunities to hear from speakers. And so we have sessions at the Platform Builder Summit on 6 steps to amplify your platform, your AI marketing toolkit, LinkedIn profile hacks. We've got position to partner, how to do business with colleges and universities. We have visibility with purpose, how to turn your story into press and profit. We have sessions on get grant ready, building a strong foundation for grant funding. We have more talking about money, funding your vision, breaking barriers, and securing the bag. Listen, we got some content creation, the content framework, create with purpose, not pressure. We have don't get left on red. That is pun intended. Email marketing that clicks, and that's just a few. That's just a few of them there. So, when you think about attending a conference or an event or a summit, certainly learning opportunities and being able to learn something and gain insight that perhaps you did not have before is something that you will get out of attending conferences and workshops. And I would say definitely, like our summit is very intentional on the content, and there are a lot of great events that are out there that are very much focused on making sure that the content that is curated is content that is going to be beneficial for those that are attending. Okay, so let's go on to number 3 as we talk about 5 things that you get from attending events and attending conferences. And again, with this time of the year, coming up October, I know I'm speaking at 2 events and 2 conferences in October myself. I'm hosting my own in November. And so there's a lot of opportunities, right? So number 3 is inspiration and motivation. Now, before you shoot me down, a lot of people say, well, I'm tired of, motivational events. I'm tired of inspirational events. Hear me out. What I mean is not fluff content, right? It's not fluff activities when sometimes people hear the word inspiration and motivation. But quite honestly, hearing from, the woman that's sitting to your right or the woman that's sitting to, your left, that can be inspiring and motivating. Hearing about their challenges and also hearing about maybe their wins may give you a different lens and give you inspiration and inspire you to move, act, or do something differently. And it also can increase your confidence as well if you realize you're not the only one, right? You're not the only one kind of in this space. You're not the only one feeling some of the things you might be feeling in this industry and in this market and in this climate. That's where the inspiration comes. The inspiration and the motivation that you get from attending events, I'm going to argue, is related to that person to your right, to your left, in front of you, or in back of you. And I don't think we should discount that. I don't think we should negate that, that the participants that attend, that you can be inspired and you can be motivated. And guess what? For some people, that is the only striking a match and lighting the flame and lighting the fire that you need to continue to move forward with your business and what you have going on. So number four, as we talk about 5 things that you get out of attending conferences and events and workshops and summits, is exposure to new ideas and trends, right? Exposure to new ideas and trends. And so conferences and summits can be great opportunities for women entrepreneurs to learn about new technologies, new trends, new ideas, just simply from the speakers or someone that walks up to the mic and asks a question, or somebody who raises their hand in their seat and answers a question. All of that gives you exposure, and exposure is hugely important in this entrepreneurial space. As far as, again, new ideas and trends, people being able to say, here's what's working, here's what I'm finding that is not working right now, and being able to hear about that and then think about how you can internalize that and apply that to what you're doing. This can help you stay ahead of the curve and also help you adapt your business or your services to the changing market conditions. Because quite honestly, we know that things are ever evolving and always changing. There's the only thing constant is change, right? The only thing constant is change. Did y'all read that book, Who Moved My Cheese? Y'all remember that? That's old school, but it still applies. And so that's the fourth one, is exposure to new ideas and trends. And then the fifth thing that you get out of attending conferences and events and summits, such as the Platform Builder Summit, is access to resources. So let's talk about that. So many conferences and summits, they're going to have speakers, exhibitors, vendors, all of that, who potentially will have and or use services or products that are going to be beneficial to you. So one, if you think about like, what is something that'll help me get my business done in a way that is beneficial, in the way that's more efficient, you could learn about that type of resource at a conference or by attending a network. But then also, and that includes, again, software, financial services, marketing tools, all of that. Also, people are a resource, right? And so if you are connecting at an event, a conference or a summit, you are attending, every butt in a seat can be a resource. That could be your next contract. That could be the next grant application you put in that you partner with, the next collaboration on partnership. You just never know. Or then just the next customer or somebody that has the ear of your customer. So access to resources is about things, but it is also about people. And that you get by attending conferences and events is access to resources. I remember there was a young lady who attended, and actually she came to my event in a volunteer, but well, no, she was staff. She came as a staff person, but she was looking for a job, and there was a conference attendee there who had the area of expertise and the connection in that particular field. And today is in DC, has a job flying all around. But the resource that assisted her in moving in the direction that she specifically wanted to go with her career was in that room. So those are 5 benefits. Hey, Gwen, we are glad to see you. 5 benefits, one of our subscribers for attending conferences and events. And let me recap really quickly. 5 things that will help you and that you get out of attending conferences and events. Number 1 is the networking opportunities. Number 2, it is the learning opportunities. Number 3, inspiration and motivation. We cannot dismiss that. Number 4 is exposure to new ideas and new trends. And number 5 is all about access to resources. And that can mean a plethora of things. That could be software, it could be people, it could be access to a point of contact that is your next connection that's going to help you ride this wave out. All right, so there is that. And of course, we can't wrap this up without my personal invitation to you to attend my 9th annual conference. We call it the Platform Builder Summit. It is the VIP experience, and it's taking place Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th here in Richmond, Virginia. We will be at the Drury Plaza Hotel. If you've been connected on my timeline, there is a link to platformbuildersummit.com in the comments of this video, and you can or find the link around. It'll be around this video somewhere that gives you all of the information. You can meet our speakers. You can see all of the session topics, and when you click on the speaker's picture, it'll take you in so you can read their full bio and see the description of their topic or their session. But who is this for? This is for women entrepreneurs. And that's whether you're a full-time business owner or you have a 9-to-5 W-2 job, but also working a business on the side or ramping up a business on the side. This is for you. There are kind of 3 key areas we're going to focus on. Certainly marketing and branding. That's my bread and butter and area of expertise. But we're going to spend a good amount of time talking about the money, whether that's grants, whether that's managing money, whether that's getting funding. And then also business development, just how to develop your business. Again, one session example is how to do business with colleges and universities. You might not have ever thought of that before, but after listening to that fireside chat that I'm going to have, it's going to open up your eyes to how potentially you could have a college or a university wherever you're located be a customer. So those are the things. So that's who should attend, absolutely. But again, platformbuildersummit.com is linked below on this actual a video. And shout out to all of those that have already registered. We have announced all of our speakers. We've announced all of our vendors. We've gotten several questions about vendors. Our vendor spots have been sold, and we do not have any more. We've gotten a number of questions about vendors. We do have some sponsorship opportunities available to you if you jump over to platformbuildersummit.com. But what I want to say just in general, and even if you think about the word platform builder, and so the goal and my mission with the platform builder, which is our trademark framework, has always been to help business owners build their own stage, right? That if you think about platform, if you've ever even seen the icon for that, it's like a mini stage. And wherever that stage is, but the purpose of the stage and the purpose of building the platform is for you to get visibility in front of either your ideal client, but I want you to be thinking about who else could be your client in this day. And is it a government client? Is it a corporate client? Is there a partnership with a grant? There are a lot of different ways and a lot of different things that potentially your service who your service can be provided to. And so I want to make sure you have your mind open and have your thought process open to who your customer is and where your next customer can be. And so I just want to give you a little bit of that around the platform builder. So helping you build your stage so that there's more visibility to what you offer, and so that you get more customers. So jump over to platformbuildersummit.com and register. And FYI, early bird ends September 30th. So early bird pricing in September 30th. Certainly tickets will be available after that. However, if you want to take advantage of our early bird pricing, then you can certainly jump over to platformbuildersummit.com. We also have Klarna and Afterpay options available when you click on that. And if you have any questions, feel free. You can shoot me an inbox, a direct message. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. But more importantly, I want to see you in the building at the Drury Plaza, November 7th and 8th here in Richmond, Virginia for my 9th annual event, the Platform Builder Summit. All right, so it's a wrap. If you missed any part of this, just go back and listen to 5 things that you get out of attending conferences and events. And I hope that this has been helpful. Comment below if you grabbed a nugget or if there's anything you would add to this list. All right, we're going to see you all